So right now, Subway is being canceled online, and the reasoning behind it is actually kind of crazy. I wanted to give you guys a little bit of my perspective as a Subway worker. So the platform that Subway is getting quote-unquote canceled on is actually TikTok. Who would have guessed, am I right? But it all started with a woman who posted a video of herself defending herself off from a robber. Basically, in the video, you could see security cam footage of her pushing back at somebody trying to rob her store, which happens to be a Subway restaurant location. And she actually manages to push this dude so far back that he drops his gun and she picks it up. And she literally starts pistol whipping this man with his own gun. Now, the comments on this video were pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. It was basically everybody saying something along the lines of, "You go, sis. You showed that man who's boss," and like, yo, from the bottom of my heart, that was a pretty cool move. But if you're out there and somehow you ever end up getting robbed, please never fight back. It's probably one of the worst things that you could do. In this woman's scenario, she got extremely lucky, and it probably wasn't a real gun at all, but if it had been a real gun, or if somebody was actually deranged, they could really harm you if you ever try to fight back. So your best bet is to just give them whatever they want and let the cops do the rest afterward. But this woman essentially completely defended herself and completely defended a business which wasn't hers. So major props to this woman. But after a few days, she actually got fired from her job. This is her job at Subway, and let me tell you, there was some complete outrage. If you literally go to the Subway TikTok account or any of their social medias right now, it's being flooded with hate because of them deciding to fire this woman. So a little background, Subway franchises actually didn't have the power to fire her. Like, it wasn't like the company decided to fire her. It had to be something from an actual franchisee themselves. So whoever owned the store decided that they weren't okay with whatever happened, and so they had to get to the choice of firing this woman, which I think is completely wrong, if I'm being honest. Okay, sure, you shouldn't like give her a raise or be like, yo, you did the right thing because she didn't do the right thing. You should never fight back against a robber. But to fire this woman and leave her with literally no job is such an absurd thing, even to me. Like, how are you gonna literally give the boot to somebody that just put their entire life on the line to defend your business? It doesn't make much sense at all. And yo, it's kind of shocking to me how Subway's being canceled for this and not something related to food for once. It's like Subway's just always in the hot seat, and I kind of feel bad, but like, I don't really know what you can do at this point. It's like they got a target on their back. Anyways, back to the topic of this video. A lot more people were very outraged with the fact that she was working alone in this store. Now, I have experience in this because I've worked alone quite a few times, and so have my coworkers. And with something like a Subway, which isn't busy, it's actually really hard to have more than one employee if you're at a certain storefront. Like, if you're in the middle of nowhere, it's really hard to have the money to hire 2 employees and be profitable at the same time. But if you're in something like a Walmart or like an airport or somewhere high traffic, it's a no-brainer you should have 2 employees. So this is where the dilemma begins. What should the franchise owners do in this situation? It's literally either cough up the money to give 2 employees but know that eventually you'll probably not be able to afford your business anymore, or it's to keep 1 employee, which is just as, if not more effective, but you put yourself at higher risk situations like this. Either way, it's a pretty big dilemma, and I think a lot of it has to do with Subway's food costs. I mean, compared to a lot of other fast food franchisees, the food cost at Subway compared to the profit you make is kind of ridiculous, and that's why $5 footlongs aren't even a thing anymore, and they haven't been for like 10 plus years. So Subway is in a sticky situation, to say the least. Comment below what you would have done if you were in that situation. I think I literally would have just given the money away, but who knows, maybe you're built different. Subscribe and turn on bell notifications for a free cookie, and have a beautiful and blessed day. Peace!